Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage Franklin County Commissioner John O'Grady.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon, and thank you, everybody. It's an honor to be here today. And working with Sister Cities has been a passion of mine for a long time. I've visited two of our sister cities myself, and I'm already planning my next trip. And my colleagues at Franklin County have visited a number of other of our sister cities, and we're very much looking forward to continuing our close partnership between Franklin County and Columbus sister cities. Studies show that having a sister helps people to live longer, happier, more successful lives. It helps kids develop social skills and the art of compromise and negotiation. It makes you more compassionate and empathetic. It promotes mental health and strengthens interpersonal skills. In short, having a sister makes you a better person and helps you live longer. I have 7 sisters. All 7 of my sisters' names are Mary. So I figure that's probably why I've made it this far in life. My sister Mary Catherine helped me to be empathetic. Mary Therese and Mary Rita forced me to compromise. Mary Christina helped me with my homework. And Mary Elizabeth continues regularly to teach me about humility. Mary Jude and Mary Ann teach me about compassion continuously and daily. But they didn't just help me, they also helped each other. Now, I also had 4 brothers, but that pretty much just was detrimental to my health. Betsy, Jude, Ann, Katie, Rita, Terry, and Tina. Almost as many sisters as Columbus has sister cities. Well, the same thing happens in communities all over the world all of the time. The same thing that strengthens family also helps to build communities. And it's important for those very communities to learn from their peers as well. Diversity and culture make us smarter, strong. Trade ties make us stronger, and sharing ideas makes us more efficient and more resilient. We send delegations, tourists, and business people to each other's cities and students to each other's schools, and each of our communities benefits from its sisters. Being able to be an ambassador for Central Ohio around the globe has been an honor and a pleasure. I've gotten to see so many wonderful parts of the world, and I've been the recipient of so much hospitality. You know, in 2011, we made a trip to Ahmedabad, and I was speaking to some of the folks here earlier today about that trip and what a great time we had. And then last year, we made a trip to Spain, to our sister city in Sevilla. And so, you know, those are wonderful trips and wonderful time to be able to do those things, great cities. And so for the folks that are in the room that were able to make those trips with me, I thank you. We had such great times on those trips, and I'm looking forward to the trips that we're going to make in the future. I've had some conversations with some folks about the possibility of being able to go to Denmark, to our sister city in Odense, and maybe to Tynan City here in the near future. I have to worry about a little thing next year called re-election first, but then we're going to make some plans. But having been on the traveling side of things, it makes me also appreciate even more the visitors who have come to our community today from across the world. Like us, they know that the world is smaller and smaller place each year, and that we're all the more interconnected all the time. And they know that these connections that we make together through Greater Columbus Sister Cities International are helping to make our communities and our world a little greater every day. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce our board chair of Greater Columbus Sister Cities International, Kathleen Hare. Kathy's been a member of the board for many years, helping to grow the organization in the areas of programming, exchanges, and infrastructure. So please welcome to the stage Kathleen Hare.
Thank you, Commissioner Grady, for that kind introduction. And thank you, everyone, today for joining us. This is considered our annual meeting. Columbus Sister Cities enjoys 10 relationships around the globe in each of 4 continents: Europe, South America, Asia, and South Africa. It has been my enjoyment and great pride that I've served on the board and as your board chair for this last year. My journey has been one of change, growth, and expansion. It's been quite a whirlwind this year, especially with our record-setting programming engagement between everyone here in Central Ohio and our sister cities. We have a very special program today, and I think you'll find it very interesting and vibrant. I get to set the tone and get things started. First, I'm very excited to introduce you to our new executive director. Jamie Staley is with us today, if she can stand. And the lights are in my eyes, so I can't really see. Jamie comes to us from Triumph Communications as their vice president. She has a full range of experience in both private and public sectors. She has experience in building strategic partnerships, program development, fundraising, and media relations. Jamie is positioned to move our organization into the future, and we're very excited to have her. So they're going to start bringing out lunch. I invite you to start your lunch as we continue a little bit of the program into the beginning of the lunch hour here. As I said, today's our annual meeting, and it's my honor to call the meeting to order. We have a little bit of official business today, and I invite you to participate in some kind of an official business of Sister Cities. First, we have individuals to re-elect for a 3-year term on the board. Jane Burns, Paul Carringer of Caring Marketing, Bonnie Quist, Jamie Sisto of the law offices of Robert Sugar, and David Wilson of Kegler Brown and Ritter. I need a motion from the floor.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Can I have a second? All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Very good, motion carried. Thank you and congratulations to these re-elected board members. I'd also like to share the slate of board officers for 2020. We thought it important to have some consistency in our executive board and our officers for a smooth transition to our new executive director. So 4 of us, myself as board chair, Bonnie Quist as past chair, Roberta Winch as our chair-elect, and Deb Scheer as a vice chair, will continue another term for 2020 in our current roles. And then we are proposing that Anthony, or Tony Wise, and Paul Carringer are newly elected executive board members. They will be proposed to our board at our next board meeting and assume their roles on January 1st. In addition, the nominating committee will present 2 board members to join our board, Patrice Croce from Excel and Sharon Reisman from Schneider Downs. And we're excited to have them. I don't think they can be here today, but we're very excited to welcome them to our board January 1. We'd also like to recognize the service of the board and organization of Dennis Mowry of Schneider Downs. He will be retiring from our board effective January 1. He served on the board and on the executive committee as treasurer, and we will be missing him. So thank you, Dennis, for your commitment to the organization and to our mission. It takes many engaged organizations and individuals to ensure we are meeting our mission and our goals, expanding our reach, and exceeding your expectations. Today's annual meeting, as well as our programs and activities throughout this year, are made possible by the support of our community. Their support, along with our elected officials and many volunteers, allows sister cities to create connections and showcase Columbus on an international stage. Thank you to the City of Columbus, Franklin County Board of Commissioners, and One Columbus, formerly 2020, if you guys haven't made the transition to the new name, for your foundational support for many years and your leadership on our board. We could not be prouder to have Mayor Ginther serving as our honorary chair. He has provided unprecedented support for our organization, and later today, he, along with former Mayor Michael B. Coleman, will be honored by Accra, Ghana, one of our sister cities. Last year, Mayor Ginther helped create our Global Leaders Circle that is comprised of a group of distinguished businesses sharing an appreciation for our city's diverse economy, education, arts, culture, and neighborhoods. Sister City is fortunate to have many partners who support our work, people-to-people relationships, and international connections. Please join me in recognizing all our supporters. So before we pause for a lunch break and for you to connect at your tables, I would like to recognize Urban Strings of Columbus. They have provided us with the music as we were mingling, and they will continue to play during lunch. Thank you, Urban Strings, and ladies and gentlemen, we will begin after a short lunch break. Thank you. We're going to resume our program. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. I was told that it was inspired by some traditional fare from Accra, Ghana, but the folks at my table said maybe not so much. Well, we did try. It is my pleasure today to introduce to our audience a Global Leader Award. This award is presented to an individual or organization who has excelled in bringing international recognition to our region and has made significant contributions to promote citizen diplomacy and the programs that focus on economic development, arts, culture, as well as education. Recipients of this award will have demonstrated visionary leadership and a perseverance to build a more tolerant and welcoming community in Central Ohio. They have gone above and beyond to work collaboratively with organizations, with Greater Columbus and our sister cities to build creative, sustainable, and impactful exchanges. The Global Leader Award recognizes the passion and commitment to global excellence and citizen diplomacy. This year's recipient has exhibited these qualities and many more. Columbus Sister Cities has been the beneficiary of unprecedented support from the City of Columbus and City Council since we established our first sister city relationship over 65 years ago. Today's award recipient will be sharing with us the programs through which she provided leadership and commitment to further strengthen the connections between Columbus and one of our first sister cities. Our Global Leader Award recipient will speak today with an energy and passion that only she can bring. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize our first Global Leader Award recipient, Priscilla Tyson, Council Member, City of Columbus. organization, as we were thinking about who deserved this award, there was really no contest. You were the first person that came to mind. Your leadership has served our organization, has elevated our community, has elevated the organization, and thank you so much, and we look forward to our future. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. I was not expecting an award. I was here to share the partnership that we have with the city of Genoa. So I just want to say thank you to the board of Greater Columbus Sister Cities for honoring the work that not only I was able to do, but I certainly want to recognize my council members. I want to thank the administration for helping to build this relationship with the city of Genoa. I know my council colleague is here, Emmanuel Remy, and I wanted to say thank you. This is really a surprise. So thank you very much. I didn't do it for an award. I did it just to, all the work that I've been doing with Genoa is because, one, I absolutely appreciate the work of Greater Columbus Sister Cities International, and I am blessed to be able to work with our oldest sister city relationship, and I wanted to make sure that our community and their community would truly benefit in a cultural way with this relationship. So, I guess we're going to start. So it's my pleasure to share with you the amazing sister city relationship with Genoa, Italy. It's been a journey these last 5 years as we have shared arts and culture exchanges. Before I share my experience, I would first like to take a moment to recognize the Urban Strings Columbus Youth Orchestra, who have provided the beautiful music today. Urban Strings Columbus is a community-based youth orchestra of serious, talented musicians from public, private, and charter and suburban schools, and also and colleges. And certainly, I know that Ms. Catherine Willis is here. I want to thank you for your leadership with these amazing young musicians. So please help me recognize again the Columbus Urban Strings. So beginning in 1955 and under the leadership of Mayor Jack Sensenbrenner, with the signing of our first sister city, Genoa, Italy, the mayors of the city of Columbus have sustained a legacy of partnerships that connects Columbus to the world. 5 years ago, I was fortunate to lead a Columbus delegation on a mission trip to Genoa, Italy. Genoa, Italy is a beautiful city alive with history and arts and culture and a welcoming people reminiscent of the citizens in Columbus. It was also the first time I experienced the music of Niccolò Paganini and the sounds of Il Cannone, a violin that was constructed in 1743. Beautiful and amazing with a sound rarely heard. An idea was born. I suggested that wouldn't it be wonderful if the Il Cannone could travel to Columbus and be featured at our historic Ohio Theater, performing with the Columbus Symphony. The idea was met with great enthusiasm and support. Who knew it would take over 4 years for this idea to come to fruition, and it took a village to make this happen. Columbus Sister Cities, under the program manager of Sameen Dafar, she helped lead the efforts and engage the Columbus Symphony, the Columbus Museum of Art, the Cultural Arts Center, and many other partners. Their efforts were rewarded as a symphony sold-out concert at the Ohio Theater, a sold-out concert. Our CSO concertmaster, Joanna Frankel, was blessed to perform on the Il Cannone violin. The concert was attended by music lovers of all genres and all ages. Over 400 students were fortunate to join our audience for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. This violin had only traveled to the United States really 3 times. It came to New York twice and San Francisco. And it probably will not leave the city of Genoa anymore. So, the violin traveled to Columbus with the delegation from Genoa, led by Mayor Marco Pucci, who has sent a message that I wish to share with you now.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Marco Pucci. I'm the mayor of the city of Genoa in Italy. I really apologize not to be there with you. I would love to travel to the United States and be with all of you. Unfortunately, I'm busy here in my city and I cannot do it. But I really would like to send you a message and tell you how important it is to have a sister city program exactly as the city of Columbus. I was in Columbus last May. We had a lot of interaction with the city, including the famous Paganini violin that we brought with us, and we had a wonderful concert in the theater in the evening, and it was really a good things that really hit my brain and my heart, because we have a real passion as Italian for music and for having a relationship. I think the Sister City program is really a benefit for the city, for the administration, and at the end of the story also for the citizen, because the citizens really have opportunities that cannot be figured out without the program itself. We had a lot of interaction with the management of the city and administration, and we're looking forward to continue to have all of this interaction with the administration of all the sister cities that we have all around the world. This is the way to go to develop and further develop our cities, our citizens, and give them the quality of life that they want and they desire in order to have a better exploitation of their own skills and the way the citizens really would like to enjoy the life and making sure that the city itself is one of the best places to live. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. Looking forward to have all of you coming here in Genoa and maybe to have a dish of pasta al pesto and a piece of focaccia. That's something really good that we really enjoy here in this city. And looking forward also to travel to all around the world and to reach you over there as an important piece of the program itself. Thanks a lot to everybody and have a great day.
Mayor Pucci and the leadership have continually embraced the relationship with Columbus. We look forward to many more impactful exchanges in the future. In 2018, Greater Columbus Sister Cities and Columbus City Council hosted Timothy Costa, a photographer from Genoa. This idea also began in 2015. Our delegation was introduced to Mr. Costa, best known for his project, 1,000 People of Genoa, a diverse collection of portraits of the people of Genoa. Timothy's goal was to create a sense of connection and understanding of people and extend that nationwide. While the visit with Greater Columbus Sister City International, from this visit, I worked with the local partners to set in motion a 2-week photograph exchange. Costa's Genoese portraits were displayed in 5 locations throughout Columbus, exposing our community to the people of Genoa. And also, while in Columbus, Costa shot photos of the people of Columbus. Over 1,400 people from our community participated in the portrait subjects. This program garnered a great deal of media for our community, even in the New York Times, and was the recipient of an award from the Sister Cities International. Honoring the true spirit of the exchange, our 1,000 People of Columbus photography exhibit will be on display in Genoa in October of this year. I'm thrilled once again to lead a delegation during this time. We will view the exhibit, tour important cultural institutions, engage with representatives from the city of Genoa, and participate in the annual Genoa Columbus Day Festival. All this while finding what is possible for our next exchange with the city of Genoa. I'm confident that there will be opportunities to exchange for years to come. And as you know, Columbus enjoys relationships with 10 sister cities. The sister city engagement between Columbus and Dresden was signed in 1992, then by Mayor Greg Lasheka. A major focus of the Dresden Sister City is to foster an international understanding of the communities through an educational exchanges. In 2018, a delegation of Dresden students visited Columbus. This year, and I want to say my council colleague who was instrumental in funding that, Councilmember Emmanuel, both exchanges promoted and shared the ideas about economic development, arts, culture, and of high importance education. Our students just recently returned to Columbus and have much to share. Joining us through this video are Dorit Frantscher from our Dresden sister city and Amber Battle with Michael Ford Armstead, both students from Columbus State Community College.
The Dresden Sister City Work-Based Learning Exchange Program is a chance for underserved students to spend time in Columbus's sister city, learning about their field of study. But for me, it's much more. It's an opportunity to connect two amazing communities, my childhood home of Dresden, Germany, and my current home, Columbus. The exchange provides an invaluable learning experience that changes lives. It creates connections, it opens doors, it provides perspective. When Columbus State Community College and the Dresden Vocational School for Electrical Engineering and Information Technology teamed up, they created a unique experience for students majoring in engineering, business, or IT, focusing on STEM career learning, global employment and training, and cultural and social engagement. In 2018, a group of German students visited Columbus and participated in a host of educational and cultural experiences in our city. This past month, it was our turn. For 10 students and 6 faculty from Columbus State, these past weeks have been about immersing themselves in Dresden, a city known for its beautiful Baroque architecture and magnificent art collections. Students from both countries paired up, attending classes and labs, and touring training facilities and companies together. Students and faculty got a glimpse of Germany's centuries-old workforce development model, the many educational partnerships with industry, and proven pathways to success in manufacturing and industry. Before leaving for Germany, we sat down with a couple of our students to talk about their aspirations for the exchange.
A week from today, we will be landed in Dresden. And so I am just ecstatic just to see everything that is different. Because I've never been abroad, everything about Germany just blows my mind. I'm just looking forward to the whole experience.
All of us are looking at this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we're coming with fresh eyes, open ears. We're ready for everything that you have to throw at us, to give us, to offer us, whatever. We want the full experience, okay? I want the full experience. I want to live in Germany for 10 days.
We took time to just learn a little bit more about ourselves and becoming aware of our differences in expectation of what we will experience there, just to keep an open, clear mind so that we can just take in the whole experience as a positive, experience.
As a student ambassador for Columbus State, right? That is the bridge between, you play the role of the bridge between the students and the faculty, or the school and the community. I am a representative of my school, and I'm connecting my school to Dresden, Germany. When I'm over there, they're going to see me as I'm from Ohio, I'm from America, I'm from Columbus, I'm from Columbus State. I have all these different identities that are going to be attached to me, and I'm an ambassador for all of them, not just Columbus State. Going to all these different site visits and being able to come here to City Hall, and all the things that they did were only possible because of the collaboration between all these different groups. Some of the best ideas, the greatest ideas in all of history, the best innovations have come from people getting together and sharing ideas.
Throughout this experience and this journey with this trip, it has definitely broadened my horizons and allowed me to just know that business is outside of our country walls, and so that's huge. I can see myself probably visiting anywhere. Now that after I get this trip under my belt, I'll be ready to go somewhere again.
We are extremely proud of this program and the business and municipal leadership who support it. This program was designed to get beyond the financial constraints and employment difficulties often facing technical and community college students. To get more than 2% of our community college population to go abroad. To have more than simply a cultural experience, but to reflect on and embrace what they are learning so that they can use that knowledge to better our community when they return home. Our goals are achievable with the amazing support of our educational and business community. By supporting these exchanges, you ensure that our students and future leaders will be able to compete on a global scale. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to share the relationship with Genoa, and certainly you're seeing the importance of the relationship with Dresden. We're going to hear from more individuals today to talk about those other partnerships. But again, I am thankful and honored to be able to receive this award and continue to support Greater Columbus Sister Cities International. It is extremely important, as you've seen already, why this work is so important and moves our city forward and individuals forward who live here. Thank you so very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alfred Akenya. I am with the City of Columbus, and I serve as the Accra Ghana Committee Chair. We are so proud to be here today and to host the leadership delegation from Accra. As chair of the Accra Committee, it is my role to connect the leadership of the Columbus region to the Ghana community. Accra Ghana joined with Columbus in the year 2015 under the leadership of former Mayor Michael B. Coleman. Since then, leadership of Columbus have traveled to Accra, and it was led by Mayor Ginther, Mayor Coleman, and Shannon Harding, who is now Council President. We had a wonderful experience with arts, culture, education, and we visited the slave castles in Cape Coast and Elmina. Our objective of this relationship is to have results, results, and results. These leaders have helped to forge a strong bond between the two cities. Council President Shannon Harding is joining us by video today, sharing a message about this important sister-city relationship.
Hello, my name is Shannon Harding, and I have the honor of serving as the Columbus City Council President. I so wish that I could be there with you today in person, but I wanted to share a few words about this important Columbus-Accra Sister Cities relationship. It started with Mayor Coleman, who forged this city-sister connection. Building upon that foundation, Mayor Ginther and I led a Columbus-Accra delegation in 2016. It took months of planning and correspondence, but with the help of civic, academic, cultural, and economic leaders from Columbus and Accra, Sister Cities put together a tremendous experience for everyone involved. While in Ghana, we visited the Cape Coast Castle. It's one of a number of castles along the coast that held once free Africans who were sold and treated as property. The building of those castles marked the beginning of the slave trade. To look back 400 years since our people were taken from their homeland, to stand in that castle, knowing where and what our ancestors went through on the way to America, that was an unparalleled experience for me. It's that sort of deep historical and cultural connections that link Accra and Columbus. From that shared history, we're forming even stronger bonds today. This connection allows us to share in cultural and economic exchange that will change the character of our two cities. And for that, I am forever proud and grateful of our connection. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Cynthia Eggman, President of the Ghana Council of Columbus.
What a wonderful message. We are fortunate to have such a strong advocate for our community, and I'm truly honored to join you here today. The Ghanaian community is second largest ethnic group in Central Ohio, And it is for this reason that my predecessors had the vision to establish the Ghana Council to facilitate effective and authentic communication amongst the Ghanaian population here in Ohio, the United States, and the Ghana government and the entire diaspora. The Ghana Council has become the official voice of the Ghanaian community in Central Ohio, formed by us, all-inclusive, above tribal and ethnic sentiments, non-partisan, and dedicated to the mission of advancing the interests of Ghanaians in Ohio. Our community is naturally endowed with diverse, unique, and rich ethnic groups open to embrace and work towards achieving common goals. Rather than seeing diversity as a dividing tool, which promotes nothing but misunderstanding, disunity, and ultimately conflict. Hence our slogan, Unity in Diversity for Growth. Today's meeting is a celebration and a historic occasion for the two cities. We are blessed to host a large delegation from Accra in our city this week, and I have the honor of making introductions to the leaders of this delegation. From Accra, we are privileged to be joined by the President of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. He is the ranking member of the Ghana National House of Chiefs. He is President of the Osu Traditional Council, and he is in the person of Ni Okwe Kinkadowo Nadi 6. As tradition demands, the chief doesn't travel alone by himself. So he's accompanied by the Vice President of the Osu Traditional Council, also the Chief of Osu Alata, in the person of Ni Kobna Boni, the 5th. And since traditionally it is the Queen Mothers who make the kings, we are also privileged to have in our midst from Accra the development Queen Mother of Gangbese. She's in the person of Na Okale Adiagba, the 1st. I wouldn't like to say money is everything, but we can't talk tradition without business. So we also have in our midst the Executive Director for Ghana Gulf Chamber of Commerce. He is also the CEO of Motivate Communications, Investments and Events Management Company, and he's also a member of the Association of Ghana Industries. And he's in the person of Mr. Albert Ankra, who leads the Ghana Investments Group. Obviously, we are also joined here this afternoon by some of our local traditional chiefs, and we are honored to have you in our midst to support Ni from Ghana. At this point, can the audience please help me welcome them into the Thank you. Today, the cities of Accra, Ghana, and Columbus, Ohio, join to celebrate the sister city relationship that began in 2015 with the signing of the Sister City Charter. I would humbly like to ask former Mayor Michael Coleman to join me. The sister city relationship between Columbus, Ohio, and Accra, Ghana was actually initiated by former Mayor Michael Coleman. The agreement was signed with Accra in 2015, and he was very passionate and dedicated to signing the sister city agreement during his tenure before he leaves office. We are happy here today because of Mayor Coleman's efforts. At this juncture, on behalf of the entire Ghanaian community here in Columbus, Ohio, the diaspora, and from Accra, Ghana, we are humbly saying and giving you this plaque, which reads, in honor of Mayor Michael Jean Coleman, as a friend of the people of Ghana and founder of the Greater Accra Columbus, Ohio Sister City Relationship. And this is being presented by the Ghana Council, Columbus, Ohio, on this day, 26 September 2019.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, what is this?
And as we always do back home, we always like to give what we have. We don't have much, but we have something. This is called a smock, and it's actually only worn by chiefs, and not just honorary chiefs, but paramount chiefs. And this was specially made from the northern region of Ghana to honor Mayor Michael Coleman, former Mayor Michael Coleman, for all the efforts in putting this together.
I bet it's not big enough. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So much that you could hardly get over my big head. Chief and Mayor of Accra, we are so grateful of you being here to this great city of Columbus. Before I left as mayor and stepped down, I thought one of the critical things that could be accomplished is to establish this sister city relationship with purpose. And the purpose was to ensure that there was a relationship with the mother country, the mother of all races, the center of civilization, and your great city with the city of Columbus, so that we could forever be bound across the oceans as we have been in the past. And I'm just excited. And then Mayor Ginther, who took over very shortly after this relationship was established, led the effort to go to Accra and establish this relationship even further. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Our current mayor, as former mayor Michael Coleman just said, Mayor of Columbus, Andrew Ginter, has actually continued the commitment to the sister city relationship through his support of the local Ghanaian community as well, and participating in mission trips to Ghana. Mayor Andrew Ginter, can you please join me here? Ni Okwe Kinka Dawona the Sixth. I present to you Mayor of Columbus, Ohio, Mayor Andrew Ginter.
At this time, we ask all Nananum to join Nananum on stage.
If there is permission, I'll ask you in a language that everyone here will understand me.
First and foremost, we'll thank the Almighty God for today, because today is a great day indeed. Someone might ask, what are they doing? True or false?
True.
Good. We are doing something very, very unique. You see that we all came in gorgeously dressed in our beautiful kente, with elders following, my linguist and everybody. It is a sign of royalty and authority. And when we look at what Mayor is currently doing, because he never left off the path that his predecessor charted, we could see that it is of immense benefit for both countries, specifically for OSU. I want to tell you that I am the great king of OSU. And I know when you mention OSU here, it is Ohio State University. So today your king has arrived. And he's coming to install his standing. Because looking at the great works that we're doing through Mayor, we believe that we need to give him the opportunity for him to do more. Currently, we back home, that is the chiefs and my elders, we believe that traditional leaders must be the forerunners for development. Because 1, we are the eyes and ears of the people. 2, we never expire until God kills us. And I'm hoping to be 100 years before God even tries to call me. So today we're going to honor him and to give him a path, a task that we need to see fruits of whatever seeds have been sown. I believe he can't do it alone. So we will all join him and then make him succeed. And from today, his name will change. After we complete with the installation process, his name will change. So you have to start learning how to mention his name. Most of you can't mention the owner, but now you have to mention his name. So we'll start with the installation process. The name given to him, you will very soon hear about it. So please, my elders, join hands with me to confer the honors in the installation process on our mayor. Thank you. Please, may I introduce Ni Kwabna Bone, the fifth. Is the divisional chief of Osu Alata, my right man from Accra. Na Okanle Adiagba the first, Bisi. And we are very lucky because the king of Osu is here. He's also the president of the Greater Accra region, House of Chiefs, and a member of the Ghana House of Chiefs, that is the National House of Chiefs. So what we're coming to do for mayor stops. Okay. Ago.
Amen.
Agago.
Amen.
Menashime.
Menashisu. Nimaso. Namaso.
Ata no bongwe, no boshpon. No boemi no fen.
Yeah.
Osu jama wajin fen.
Yeah.
Osu senji abo fen.
Yeah.
Faji abo fen.
Yeah.
Sisajin fen.
Yeah.
Menegbine ka wodumo Colombo se wonchenye fen.
Yeah.
Wochenye ye fono.
Yeah.
Wonchenye ngma.
Yeah.
Wonchenye shi.
Yeah.
Wonchenye openya.
Yeah.
Wonchenye oshebla.
Yeah.
Akelele nye woshiko.
Yeah.
Ni no fen no mi agionshi heko.
Yeah.
Menegbine heni nye ingbe ajine.
Yeah.
No ni pe wo bi onyeji.
Yeah.
Want to make a one wonyedi.
Yeah.
Because you like I now for son.
Yeah.
Nyamama itin chami.
Yeah.
But friend de glaba shwe here.
Yeah.
Lelen e wo wa flanga ino.
Yeah.
E twa faishi.
Yeah.
Ake ebani mangana.
Yeah.
Columbus afi komi.
Yeah.
Moni chuo ni papa le kono ashio.
Yeah.
Moni gba papa le isa achio.
Yeah.
No ni wo fi o e bi enmenene. Won wo legbena.
Yeah.
Ni enye echu enin.
Yeah.
Kejangmene kaya kana la ka folemu.
Yeah.
Kejangmene kaya ke eya ena ke shi e tuning.
Yeah.
Eha Columbus.
Yeah.
Ke mangana fen.
Yeah.
Lele ni meyo. Mene indumo osu ke Greater Accra ke Ghana manche me fena ni bobo noya manche ke no osu.
Yeah. Mayor, today, as the paramount chief of Osu, I am installing you as a development chief of Ghana and Osu, or of Columbus. I am installing you as a development chief of Columbus.
Ni meyo mene gbine ndomo osu ke gadangbe ke Ghana manche me fena ni wobu noya manche ke ha osu ke Columbus.
Mayor, today I stand for the people of Osu and Columbus, Gandangbe and Columbus, and I'm installing you as the development chief of Osu and Columbus.
Mayor, mene gbine ndumo Osu ke Gadangbe ke Ghana manche me na fe mintobu noya manche ke ha Osu ke Columbus.
Mayor, today I stand as the chairman of the National House of Chiefs of Ghana, and I'm installing you as a development chief for Osu, Columbus, and the whole of Ghana.
Nuchumo ni woke wo odeji.
The work we are putting in your hands is
Eji nuchumo ni ojenshiomo.
It's a work you have already started.
Ake Ghana ke Columbus ke Osuma bachaya ke hanoya.
As Accra Columbus Sister City Development.
Mene gbine onako.
Today, what you see, you have not seen.
Onuko.
What you hear, you have not heard.
Here.
Look ahead of you. So that the work that has been given to you, so that the pool you are holding will come in front of you. The name we are giving to you is Ni Norte Jagelo. The first.
As a sign of office, he would don what we are wearing now. And the beautiful ladies would dress him so that he becomes one of us.
Again, on behalf of the patrons, the Ghana Council, the Ghanaian community here in Columbus, Ohio, and in the diaspora, and in Ghana, our homeland, we present this tool as a symbol. This you can place in your office for everybody to see your new role. And we have your name here, Ni Note Jajelo, the first. And we have the Ghana Council logo with our slogan, Unity in Diversity for Growth. And then it reads, Installment of Mayor Andrew Ginta as honorary chief and friend of the people of Ghana, and a role player in sustaining the sister city relationship. And this is from Ghana Council, Columbus, Ohio, September 26, 2019.
Yeah, somebody might ask, what is Ni Note Jajelo? I want to explain that so that you know who he is and why he's been given that name. When we say Jajelo, he's a path straightener. He will straighten the paths for the sister-sister city relation to go to the next level. And that is the name that has been given him now. Wherever there are bends, there are curves, he will make the way straight. Secondly, as his charge, Honorable Mayor, this is a personal request from me to you and everybody. I believe to enhance and strengthen our relationship, I believe this is the time that we need to collaborate with the Ghana Council to have a hall such as this so that you task them to renovate it so that we can have such occasions in there. We have a big picture and everything so that all those activities could be held there and it will be beneficial to the Ghana Council and to Columbus as well. And I know it is already done. Amen.
I feel like I should stand. To Chief and to all of these incredible leaders, I'm grateful. This is an incredible, incredible honor. And the great part about the sister city relationship between Columbus and Accra is that it started under different mayors, and the current mayor in Accra and Columbus will do our part to bolster it. But the connection is between the people, because mayors come and go. But the bond between the people of Accra and Columbus has always been there and will only get stronger, deeper, more fruitful in the years to come. And so, what an incredible honor. Chief, I am grateful for this. Chief and I had a chance to talk about several things last evening together. Such a rich and deep conversation, and grateful for all of the spiritual guidance that you give to the incredible people of Accra and across Ghana, and to this mayor in the city of Columbus. May the sister city relationships with Columbus and Accra and all of the great sister cities around the world continue to help us tell our story, because Columbus's brightest days are still ahead of us. But what it requires is staying connected to the world. There are lots of people in the world that are seeking to divide and send people into their separate corners. But that is not the vision that we have for our city, whether Accra or Columbus. We envision a city here that welcomes the best and the brightest from around the state, the country, and the world. We're proud of our Ghanaian brothers and sisters who have helped make Columbus safer, stronger, and more competitive. And we know if we want to truly become the international city that we envision, we have to stay connected and deepen and invest in our relationships around the world. So to Chief and elders and the other chiefs that are here, God bless you. Thank you for coming to Columbus, and thank you for this incredible honor. And I committed to the chief last night that 3 years is too long and that he wants me back in Accra in short order.
we would have traditional prayers by the chief priest. And this is seeking blessings for Ni Norte Jajilo the First.
Ago. 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 Try. Omanyaba. Try. Omanyaba. Try. Omanyaba. Amen. Ago. Cha. Omanjaba. Cha. Omanjaba. Cha. Omanjaba. Nyeme kecheme. Nyemime. Bekebi konupai. Mancheme. Ke Council of Columbus. Mayor. Me. Ke nyeme fendi bakwe yebie. Omo wa soli. Oh, chechi kampon. Se no fefen. Wachon bodan. Wahan bodan. Asase ya, dane Mena shime. Ni maso, na maso. Wobole kutu wakwe. Mini ofi oe. Noji, mene gbine. Columbus, sister city, Ghana, Accra, Niji Osu. Mene gbine, afe kome, ni awo ni Norte, Jajelo, the first. Ni Ebakudo, Columbus, ke Accra City, sister city ye. Wambi jomo ke hale. Wambi jomo ke hale. No fi anone ba fi eyemu. Be fe ne ba chono eyemu. Mene ka me tuni ye yitu akpa. Mene tun le akpa. Sande kete na mejemi ni okejo fon aya me ya no. Ka ta pe ye wono be mi ye. Jomo. Mene ba pe ye bi e fe. Manche me fe. Nyeme fe. Nyeba hie konye nuai. Nyejo. Cha. No manjaba.
Hello. This is a traditional prayer or pouring of libation to usher in our new chief and to ask for blessings and to ask for guidance for him. Some will be wondering what is being done. It is a traditional way of asking for guidance and blessings. It is a traditional way of prayer for the new chief, and that is what was done. Thank you.
Phyllis.
Thank you so much, everyone. This was amazing. To the chiefs, to the leaders, to our sister city relationship. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for attending today. Can you tell me again? Nino Ti Chagilo. Nino Ti Chagilo. I'm going to have to practice. Again, thank you everyone for coming. I'd like to challenge everyone. Obviously you're here, so you have a personal calling towards our mission and must believe that diversity and inclusion help us personally, help our communities, help our business life. I would challenge you all to engage with us, to engage with a sister city committee of your choice, to reach out to me, Jamie, any of the board members, or our new chief. And let's make all of our sister city relationships as rich as the ones we heard about today. Again, thank you everyone, and thank you, chiefs.